We got kitty cat tacos, we got fry love, we have so much amazing. Look at this shirt. It's not as nice as the unicorn, but still. We're not here to talk about my shirt. We are here to talk about your email list. And if you have Yahoo users on your email list now, your email open rates are about to drop. That's right. They are going to drop. So check this out. I'm going to tell you what you can do to avoid your email open rates from dropping. Hi guys, it's Gabriella Raponi, your email maverick, and I'm here today to explain to you what is happening with the Yahoo and AOL merge and how this is going to directly affect your ability to get more opens. So what's going on here? Long story short here is that Oath, a Verizon company who purchased AOL and Yahoo. So what exactly is going on here? So there's a lot of changes that have been going on right now in the email marketing world, and they have in the past couple of years. Email changes all the time, sometimes hourly, but this is a massive change that is going to directly affect a lot of businesses, especially if you are using an email service provider, especially if you are. So I really do advise you guys to take some notes and talk to your email service provider about what's going on right now, okay? So a little bit about what's going on right now is the AOL and Yahoo merge. Okay, a couple of years ago, Verizon actually purchased AOL and Yahoo and became Oath. So it's this big mega company now called Oath. All right. So now, what does this mean? Now, before we can figure out what this actually means for your business, what you need to understand is before AOL and Yahoo were two of the biggest when it comes to email. Now, what people don't realize is that when you send emails, AOL and Yahoo filter messages differently. So you might notice what inbox is in AOL does not necessarily inbox in Yahoo. It might spam. And this is because they all filter messages differently. And Yahoo is one of the most sophisticated filtering out there because they use Abaca, okay? They use Abaca. They made my Christmas in 2008 one of the worst. Okay, so Abaca is far more superior than Google is at all, okay? Because they have this filtering technology. So now it's been said that Oath is going to be using Yahoo filtering rules, which that's okay, right? I can handle Yahoo filtering rules. What I cannot handle is this next thing, which all comes down to the feedback loops, okay? The FBL, okay? That's the spam button. That's anytime someone hits spam, that gets recorded as a feedback loop. The recipient gets removed. You get that complaint rate in your ESP, so on and so forth. So beforehand, when someone would complain, right, AOL and Yahoo were separate, which meant that if there were a lot of people complaining on AOL, let's just say if you had 5 complaints here, right, which was above the threshold, and you only had 2 complaints on the Yahoo side, it meant that you could still inbox in Yahoo because the two of them do not speak to one another. They're separate, right? So now what ends up happening is that the feedback loops are now being combined, which is, of course, not a good thing. Okay, because what you may not realize is an AOL user is very different to a Yahoo user. Think of a Yahoo user and an AOL user almost like an iPhone user versus an Android user. You would never want to combine those two, right? Combining those two wouldn't be smart to combine it, right? Because they're two very, very different demographics. Now, historically, AOL users are prone to complaints. They like to complain. They actually complain 3 times as much. They might be a lot more profitable than sometimes Gmail and Yahoo, but they also complain a lot more. All right, it is what it is. So they complain a lot more as opposed to Yahoo users. So let's just say for every 3 complaints you get on AOL, you might get 1 Yahoo complaint. Now, not sure if you see where I'm going with this, right? But now when you combine the two, right, as they just said, AOL feedback loops will be combined together with Yahoo. What ends up happening is that if you have a high rate of Yahoo users on your list, right, you don't have to have a lot of AOL users. Remember, you don't have to have a lot to get complaints. If you combine these two, what do you think is going to happen with your complaint rate? Your complaint rate, of course, is going to increase because now you're adding a bunch of people that complain to, to a bunch of people that usually don't complain. And remember, if you're under filtering, if you're under Yahoo rules, means you have to comply under their rules, which also means that you have to also comply to their feedback loop ratio, which is the only upside to all this, because now it's actually been increased to 0.6%. Okay? So that's the new threshold. So that's the only good thing about all this, is the threshold has actually been increased, which is great. Okay? Now you might be wondering, what can you do next? That's a great question. So there's 3 things you're actually going to do next. And the first thing you are actually going to do is, number 1, check the number of Yahoo subscribers you currently have on your email list. Typically, I call that your email list makeup, right? So find out that percentage. What is that percentage? Find that out. Second thing you want to do is, same deal. You want to find out the number of AOL subscribers that you have on your list. So you want to start there. Start with those 2 things. And then thirdly, if you are able to do this, which you should normally be doing, but if you're able to actually track where your sales are coming from. Now, normally you should be tracking all sales at the domain level, which means you should be tracking if they're AOL, Gmail, so on and so forth. So double check that right now. If you can check that, then you're already preparing yourself for what's to come. And if you want to learn more about this, you can join the Email Maverick Facebook group today, or check out my website, GabriellaRaponi.com. And don't forget to share this video. Remember, sharing is caring. Thanks so much, everyone.